So many promises, but so little time to see them through. The latest round of Brexit negotiations wrapped up, and there's still little clarity on what the UK's future will look like. It's already been a month since the first meeting between the UK's Minister for exiting the EU and his European counterpart. There has been much talk on cooperation.
We've conducted this round constructively and at pace, and I hope this is a model we can continue going forward.
But little else. Northern Ireland, the status of EU citizens in the UK are issues that have required careful negotiations. But a major sticking point, the $70 billion financial settlement to leave the EU is still to be resolved. And Brussels is adamant it's non-negotiable.
There
are things that are inseparable from others, and that's the financial settlement. Let's be very clear. We want clarity because we need to be able to work more until we come to a supposed compromise. We can't do anything until we have a global picture.
The Brexit negotiations formally began in June, 1 year after Britain's referendum vote to leave the 28-member European Union. British officials have attempted to reassure EU citizens living in the country that they would keep their existing rights, but anti-Brexit voters remain unconvinced. And the UK has faced criticism that it is unprepared for the enormous task of what lies ahead in the negotiations and risks crashing out without a deal with the EU. But it's not enough to worry Britain's Eurosceptic trade minister, who has said that the UK could manage without one.
When we think about it, the free trade agreement that Britain will ultimately have to negotiate with the European Union should be the easiest FTA in the history of mankind, because we begin with zero tariffs and 100% regulatory equivalence.
Regardless of where you stand on Brexit, it's certainly not going to be simple. We've seen just on kind of certain industries, such as the nuclear industry, chemicals, agriculture, these are very detailed, difficult sets of arrangements that we have to unwind, that we've been part of for more than 4 decades.
Also, the British pound is falling in value, and the government finds itself in an ever-weakened situation, split on which tactic to use. And the clock continues to tick, both in Brussels and Westminster. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, London.